Hello YouTube universe, I hope you're doing well. When I go out and I want to look my very best, this is the makeup look that I create. And in this video, I'm going to show you step by step on how I create it. So if you're interested, then just take a look. For primer, which is my favorite primer at the moment, I'm going to take my Hourglass primer and apply that all over my face, really working it into my skin and distributing and spreading out that primer as much as possible before I add another pump. For my second primer, I'm going to be taking my Urban Decay spray and spraying that all over, letting that dry, and after it finished drying, I apply another layer and wait till that layer dries before I start my foundation. For my foundation, I'm using this L'Oreal foundation using my really soft Sigma brush. I'm going to apply that all over my face and also making sure that I get my neck and a little bit on my chest. Using my Nars creamy concealer, I'm going to be applying that under my eyes in a small triangular shape and diffusing that with a small flat blending brush. And I also applied that concealer on areas where I want to brighten, like the corners of my mouth and around my chin. Now using this Garnier under eye roller concealer, I'm going to be using that on areas on my face where I want to brighten. Now to blend that out, I'm going to use my favorite brush for foundation and I'm going to be dabbing that away. This brush is from Real Techniques, by the way, and it is amazing. Now I like to use the Benitez Luxury Powder in the color Cameo, which is the pink based powder. And I like to use the pink one instead of the banana powder, which is the yellow one, because I feel like it cancels out any leftover blue or purple under my eye and anywhere else where I applied highlighter. It's just a great setting powder for under the eyes. Now for blush, or part of blush, I'm going to be using this Jouer cream blush using my London Brush Company foundation brush. And it's very sheer, but it brings a lot of shimmer. So it looks like a highlight in certain angles, and then it looks like a slight blush in certain angles. So it's very beautiful. I love it. For bronzer, I'm going to be using this matte bronzer from Benefit and my Sephora Big Fluffy brush. And I'm going to be starting my bronzing by applying that all over my face, but concentrating more in the outer perimeters of my face. To darken my bronzer, I'm going to be taking another matte bronzer. This is actually a foundation from Sephora. It's a powder foundation. And I'm going to be applying that exactly where I put the bronzer just to deepen it a little bit more. Now using this shimmer brick from Sally's Beauty Supply, I'm going to be applying that with the same brush we were using to bring back that JLo glow. Using my Laura Mercier translucent powder and this big fluffy brush, I'm going to be buffing everything and blending everything together. Now using this CoverGirl blush, I'm going to apply that on the apples of my cheeks. And I'm not going to get into too much details with my brows. I like them kind of neutral looking, nothing too sharp or harsh edges. So I like to take my Makeup Forever Aqua Brow in dark and a fine artist brush that I got at Michael's and paint on some hairs basically, using hair-like strokes. And this never gets old. Of course, using Painterly Paint Pot from MAC, I am using that as my eyeshadow primer. And then setting that eyeshadow primer with some loose powder just to help with the blending process later. Now using Expensive Pink and Nylon from MAC, I am going to take that with this Sigma brush and apply that all over my lids. Now taking this brown eyeshadow from Mark and this blending brush from Target, I am applying that in the crease. Taking this roll-on shimmer from NYX, I'm applying that on my finger and tapping that kind of almost all over my eyelid as well, giving it a really shimmery look. And taking that brown eyeshadow and applying that to my lower lash line. And using this Tarte palette, I'm taking an angled brush and some black eyeshadow and applying that as my liner for today. No wings today, no wings. We're not flying today. Sorry. And of course, applying that to my lower lash line to balance the look. Now, using my Nars eye pencil in the color Nude, I don't know if that's the actual name, but it's the nude one. I'm applying that to my waterline to open up and brighten those big eyes. And using my Feather Lash Mascara from L'Oreal. Love this stuff, especially that it's drying out because it's really adding volume to my lashes, which I love. Applying that to my top and lower lashes. Now using this eyeshadow, handwritten from MAC, and my 217 from MAC, I am applying that in the outer corners of my eye just to intensify it a little bit more and blending out everything with this big fluffy brush from Sigma. Now, using this lip liner from Jordana, I am going to show you how it looks like on my skin. It's kind of mauve-ish, so it's perfect to really cheat those lip edges. And as you can see here, I'm just pretty much showing you how I cheat my lips and how I cheat the line and how I overdraw them, which I have no shame in my game. And as you can see, I'm just tracing the edges first and kind of leaving the inner part empty. And using this lip liner from Sephora, it's a long-lasting formula, I'm going to apply that in the middle because it's a little bit lighter than the previous lip liner. And using this pink-based concealer from, I think, Maybelline, I use that in the center, but it kind of washed me out. So I'm taking this Nani lipstick and warming that back up again. And then going over with the first liner that I used from Jordana. Love that stuff. Now using this Real Techniques brush and this eyebrow eyeshadow from e.l.f., I'm going to be using that to contour because it has a cool undertone and it makes my cheekbone shadow look real, in a sense. I'm also applying that to the areas where I want to push back, which is my temples, and I connect that to my crease on my eyeshadow as well. You know, the edges of my forehead and down the sides of the bridge of my nose. And here I just used some of my concealer to brighten the bridge of my nose. Now using this brush, I'm applying that Urban Decay spray on the brush and dipping that brush in some glitter and lightly just dabbing and spreading that glitter all over my lid. The trick is to put the glitter on something flat and really spread out the glitter so you don't pick up big chunks of glitter. Then using this Morphe brush and nylon from MAC again, that is going to be my highlight for my high cheekbones and highest points of my face. And I don't want it to be too noticeable, so I'm just going back with my powder brush just to soften it just a little bit. And using this Maybelline Fit Me concealer, I'm going to apply that on my lips just to nude them out a little bit more. And using these lashes, I'm applying that just to define my lash line a little bit more. And that's the finished look, everyone. For more details on the makeup and tools that I used today, I put a blog post on my website, which I will link down below. Thanks for watching.